Hello, hello.
Morning.
Good morning and good evening. It's very beautiful this morning. Very beautiful. So we just want to extend that beauty.
Living in this world, it's easy to get blinded by familiarity and habit. Be so blinded that you miss what's really there. You miss the present moment, the beauty that's really there in the present here. But it can be practiced. Actually, a very good use of time to practice releasing familiarity, questioning habits, even habits of concluding, habits of interpreting, not just ritualistic habits, but habits of thinking. Because you only react to what you interpret in a situation. You don't see the situation as it really is. That's why the habit of interpretation needs to be questioned. And this is not hard work, this is fun. It's not the highest fun, but it's on the way. Language is so limited, I want to convey so much to you, and so little can come through via voice language. So little compared to what can be communicated. We tap into this, we open up to this greater communication. We receive much more than the little coming through the words. It's like God has a, what do you call it? Speaker thing.
Yeah, like a loudspeaker.
Loudspeaker. Like it literally goes everywhere. God's voice is as loud as your willingness to listen. That means you can actually hear the loudspeaker if you want to. I literally see it as, if you could encompass everything, if this is everything. And it's so natural. That's where we will land in the end, is to only hear God's voice. Natural. Yeah, did anyone have any questions? Something come to you. You can even go within and see if you find your question. What is your question? You can even release the normal way of thinking a little bit. Give yourself a little space. And maybe you found the question.
I feel a question.
Hmm.
How does this happen?
And what is this?
This awakening, this self-realization. How does that happen?
It is literally through the willingness to forgive and question conclusions and interpretations. And forgiving is merely just releasing them. Releasing what doesn't serve. And there is I think it is saying in the Course, the desire to communicate draws communication to you. The desire to communicate is actually the desire to bridge the gap. The true desire to commune and join as mind, in mind. Its words and speech is more like a blocked communication. It can be used to open up to real communication if that's desired. But that's all. We want to be in real communication, in the higher state of mind or in the right mind. Does that answer your question?
Mm-hmm. Hello.
One of my questions is how I can release the thoughts about my parents, that I feel that they thought they know what is best for me, and they suggest me to do this and to do that, and it's all about something from my childhood. That they told me, oh, you have to do this, you have to do that, you have to go to this school, and and it has felt very much in my mind for many years. And I have to be together with them in 2 weeks when I visit them in Aarhus. So yeah.
But it's good, Ella. It's like you're ready to release that pattern of being under their influence or under their opinions.
Yes, yes.
It was so repeated when you were a child, so you kind of got into the habit of
Yeah. And also all my and also all my a great part of my life here they want to decide. They all the time would help me in a way they thought they could help me, but that was not a help for me that they suggested.
You know what your lesson is,
Helen. Yeah. I have to forgive them.
You have to forgive it, yeah, and through breaking the habit. No thanks.
Yes. Yeah.
Go into prayer. You go into prayer and see what you really feel.
Breaking the habit.
They are just repeating what you already believe.
Yeah.
Belief has put them out there. They are your belief, walking and talking. So
I know.
So you can break this belief by saying no, and it's good you can say no to them.
Yes,
they talk to you about things they think you should do.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Step by step.
Yeah, tack.
Yeah, to say no. It's to say no to the habit and the pattern. But it can be symbolized by saying no to them in form.
Mona.
Yes, hi, good morning. I had a question that I was really afraid to ask, and felt the full terror of saying no to the ego so completely today, because I had a prayer just before the meeting, like I really just want peace. And gosh, this is making me very emotional. But I've had it with this world, with my way of thinking, and I've got to change, and I really just want peace. And so the first thing that came to me is how I'm excluding the body from the kingdom. It's like I can see beingness, but there's still a body that always feels the fear. Like, this is ridiculous. It's like there is no, but everything is God's beingness. We can't deny the body physically, but in our mind.
Well, clarity comes from stillness.
Yeah, in our mind, it's like everything is God's kingdom, everything. And so that's finally.
But you can't just say that in the words. Like I said, peace comes from stillness. Wisdom comes from stillness, from an experience. Otherwise, it's meaningless. You may know things about things, or even about awakening, but it's not really what I think you want, just to know things about it. I invite you deeper, Mona.
Yeah, the deeper question that came is, what do I use this body for now? And it's like this.
Thank you. Let's stay with that. What do I use this body for now?
Yeah. And so this lack of forgiveness, suddenly I became so aware of it, the lack of forgiveness of the body. So it's like this thing is so unforgivable. It cannot.
Take my hand right now. Imagine you hold my hand right now. Imagine you want to forgive the body. That's what you're saying. And this is what you need to do. It's true.
What can I use the body for?
Yeah. And if that question is honest, you will use both the mind and the body for the right purpose. Like giving over that little mind. And
Yes.
You want that. Yeah. And then we will see oneness, and then you will.
Well, the sincere answer is to use it for communicating God's love. And that was the fear. That was the terror
Mhm.
in the mind. It's, yeah.
You want to do it now? You want to start that?
Yeah,
Okay, go for it.
yeah,
I'm with you.
yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
That's it. It's just,
Mhm.
it still feels
Oh.
difficult to get out.
Yeah. I
As
want
it-
to communicate God's love. So I'm going to
Yeah.
completely release the ego
Yeah.
stop system.
Yeah,
What a powerful prayer. It's there. It's communicated.
Mm.
Yeah. There are those different sayings, much ado about nothing.
mm,
That's what the body is about. Yeah, there is some funny sayings in Swedish. One is den som gapar efter mycket mister ofta hela stycket. And that means if you try to grasp or grab or swallow too much, like you want to, get everything, you often miss everything.
yeah,
You drop it. You try to bite off, and if you take more than you really need, you will lose it. Some kind of, I think that can be compared to this world. The more you yell, the more noisy the mind is. You miss out on the experience. But
yeah,
but you have a lot of clarity and wisdom, and yes, so you're choosing right here. I love joining with you, Maria.
yeah,
Really.
yeah. It's you're right. It's about going into the silence and giving up the heavy duty thinking. That's really what's at stake for the ego. But it feels good to give up the heavy duty thinking. It's not giving me anything but pain. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah, and there is always a choice. So every moment, and there is, a choice for the ego or from the ego. There is the choice of choosing from the spirit. So this is for everyone. This is for the mind needs to realize what is the better choice. That's all. There is the responsibility for choice. But it becomes such a beautiful reward to choose the right-mindedness it really takes over as the only choice. It's the only option, and not even seeing an option anymore.
You can go next to Solvay.
I'm not totally sure of the question, but it's definitely something about, body, thoughts, and survival mode. So I guess I would like to ask Spirit if will you stay with me through this?
Yeah, it's anything else is impossible. But you can help yourself, like see if your arm is really long and really seeking the light or finding the light actually, and it's like a hook at the end, and you hook on and then you just go in this through that dark cloud or that gray fog is holding. But if you really go for this and look only there, look only into the light, when you hold on, don't let the illusions, just let them pass you. You pass them by. You pass her by. Don't look, don't interpret people, family members, and situations from the past. Just hold on to this and let those illusions fall to the side quicker. But yeah, you're not left alone ever.
Yeah. So right now there's this heat and having a house that's terribly hot. And it just I feel so helpless. And so it's like from mid-afternoon till evening, I go into survival mode and just thinking, am I gonna make it through the next 6 hours?
You need to do what's helpful for you. Maybe you can get a small AC thing to have inside, or I don't know if they have those, a good fan, or just what supports you to feel clear in your mind and to not go into survival mode, because you don't have to.
Yeah, I think that's probably my question on my prayer. I did realize yesterday evening, I suddenly realized that this block, I didn't even turn on the fan that I had. I was just totally frozen. Even though I was hot, I was frozen. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's not so helpful for you.
No.
Those states when you don't support yourself, so you can focus on that.
Yeah.
So that you don't miss the opportunity to support yourself, because that will help you open up to the healing completely. So those basic needs, basically, just make sure you allow them to be met.
Yeah. Again, I see this as an old pattern of mine, just to bite my teeth and through it. And I don't want to do that. I want.
You can stop biting your teeth and
Yeah.
what's helpful right now, and then do that. See that as guidance. See that as the doorway to the light, a symbol of opening to the light. And you can do it, ask for guidance with how to do it too. You can pray about what is activity or meditation.
Yeah, okay. I think that's this guilt come up around actually having needs.
Yeah, and that's part of facing the guilt and releasing the guilt. Guilt is hooked on to, being around having needs, but it's because it's about the body.
Mm.
But see it as very light. Take it lightly as a mantle. And if it needs something, ask for how it can be met. Follow the simple guidance. Simplicity is helpful.
Thanks.
bird that was chirping there. Takes the simple way. It's in the moment and then it flies to where it needs to go next. So yeah, like I said, analyzing the needs, analyzing the decisions that you make to meet the needs. Just stop the analyzing, that surface thinking. If you can drop into being, or if you can just use the thinking in a peaceful direction.
Thanks. Doesn't feel as dreadful anymore to have face this afternoon.
Yeah.
She said it doesn't feel as dreadful anymore.
Mm.
Face this.
Very good. Yeah, it's because of the joining. Like when you truly give a prayer over and the joining here, this is a powerful joining. You really put the prayer where it belongs, where it can be answered. It doesn't feel dreadful anymore because you don't keep it to yourself.
This is it for our joining for today.
Mm.
So much love here. See you again soon.